Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is Shino. So, last episode we got the macerator done. I've been filling it up and running, and not doing too bad. Really not. And we are getting some magnetite too, which is going to be really cool. Over here, we've been running this, and I think I'm just about out there, but not too bad. So, there's enough for one ingot there, so that's pretty good. But this is our bread and butter. This is what we want. And I made this between episodes. I was going through and looking at all the tools that we can get, and I saw this wash plant, and I thought, okay, so wash your gravel and sand may yield extra different items. Well, it seems a lot like what we would have from the sluice, right? So I thought, let's give this a shot. So I've been filling this up, and I've got some more gravel and sand here. And so what I did is when I came back with all my shale, I hit it with the hammer, put the stone over into the macerator and ran it to get this, and then put the gravel and sand over here to get this. Look at that. Holy cow, look at that. So 41 pieces of zinc. And that came from this chest being almost entirely full with gravel and sand. And I think I had some peridot in there as well, so not all from shale, just whatever I had available. But that is amazing. That is absolutely wonderful. I mean, lots of copper coming out of it. You saw a couple more sphalerite go in. Lots of tin and 34 magnetite, which is really good. I like that. So if I grab this magnetite that we have, that gives us 40. Well, that'll give us enough for this. So we're going to make some iron today. So I'm going to throw this in here. And then we need a little bit of coal. Yeah. So let's get this one fired up. Here we go. And then on this one over here, if you look at the tooltip, you see 12 metal scraps. So I talked about this. We actually have a mod. I think it's called Useful Things, and it allows you to use the metal parts that you get from dungeons and such. I'll go up here, and we can do, let's see, H. And you can see we can smelt these metal parts. We can smelt them into blister steel, and the metal scraps, if we bring up those, we can smelt that into iron blooms. So that's what I've done here, and with the entire idea of let's get ready for making our iron. Okay, so I've got a tin bronze mold that's anvil that's now done. I got a tin bronze hammer, so we're going to be able to work these. So let's get these fired up and get this process going. There we go. There. So yeah, this has been wonderful. You see, it's pretty quick. It's actually going pretty quick. And if I go down here, I can see, let's see, 2 more magnetite. Just that little bit of time there. 2 more magnetite. Okay. So again, this is pretty simple. Just going to come over here, and I'm going to grab from the gravel side of it, and I'm just going to click over all that I can, and I'm going to throw these up here and let this one keep going. And again, you want to keep an eye on your generator. You don't want to let that run out of water. So we'll keep that thing full. And fuel-wise, keep an eye on your fuel as well. Don't let it run out. But other than that, this is actually working pretty good. Now, I cannot run both of these at the same time. Okay? Because this generator only generates 8 flux. And this one requires 8 flux, and that one requires 8 flux. So this one primitive electric generator can only run one machine. And I've got 2 here, so it's a swap off. You got to decide which one you're going to use. But for right now, I think since I don't have any rocks, that's why I was like, man, I don't need to run this at all. And I'm going to run this one. So pretty cool. Okay, let this keep going, and I will be back. All right, we're back. Let's see how we did. So yeah, some of the sand came back to us, not processed through, because I think it was like a stack and a half that went through. But you know, you look at what we've got here. There's 26 more blue clay, 11 fire clay, got 5 more nuggets of sphalerite, 7 more of the magnetite, some more cassiterite, and I'd emptied out all the ores before I ran that last batch through there. So yeah, not bad at all, and it's a lot quicker than what we have been getting, so that is much appreciated. Now this is nice. I mean, you stop and you think about, you know, what do you want to do? You want to do that, or you want to do that? Well, if your goal is simply to get ore in large quantities, the wash plant is probably the better way to go. However, there's a lot of items that you get through the sluice box that you're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to get through the wash plant. So, you know, the gears that we're getting, the metal parts that we end up getting, there's a rough peridot. I mean, there's all kinds of things that you're going to get that you're not going to get. And I guess it is still running because there's another copper piece that just came out. So not bad. Okay, so this is going. So we need to begin to kind of work on the next level of power. So we're going to talk about the QPTech, and I guess we can go right from here to get to it. So we've already made the primitive electric generator, and you can see that that's an ingredient for the electric generator. Now, I don't know. I haven't tested this yet, so we're going to see if we're going to blow anything up. But it does say that it is a preview item only. It says this is for testing and may be unpredictable. So I don't know. We'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. But this one looks pretty simple. We're just going to need our primitive electric generator. We're going to need 4 more brass screws, and then we're going to need 10 wire. And the 10 wire is what we made using the go from here. Let's go back. Now I'm going to do one thing here. Let's go ahead and do the generator. So we're going to put this one, and we're going to set a bookmark on it, so that way it'll be found up here in our little advertisement there, and we'll look here. And it just shows being made out of tin, so I'm going to say that just means straight cassiterite. For metal rod. Okay, well, that's what we're going to do, so let's give it a go. And let's see, we have 64. That's what we need, the 147, the cassiterite. So I don't need, let's just make 2 molds worth. We're going to get some extra out of it, and I wish I had a way of predicting that, but we're going to end up getting some extra, so let's do it that way. And then we're going to need some coal. Actually, let's use a little bit of our peat to get it fired up. It looks like I'm shivering again. I'm getting cold snowflakes in the corner of my eyes. There we go. So let's get that fired up. And then the other thing we're going to need is to make the brass. So for that, we know we're going to need our, where's it at? There it is. We need our sphalerite. And we're going to need 12 of those. And then we're going to need 38. No, 28. Right? Yep, 28. And that's what we'll need to put down into this one here. Won't open up. Okay. All right. So let me get these fired up, and I will be right back. So don't forget, from our X skills, we do end up with a little bit of extra left over. We didn't get any extra off of that one, which is good. But we did off of this one. We've got another 100 units of 10 left in there. And I needed both of these molds. So I decided to just go ahead and leave the 10 in there. I'll get it melted up after this is out and get it moved over. But we got iron. So now with these, we can go ahead and start firing this up and getting these blooms worked and get them turned into iron ingots. So I'm going to continue to let these cool down until they're ready. I'll work the iron and then I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Okay, so full disclosure here, I run into a problem trying to make the 10 rods. So I've got a 10 bronze anvil, which is, you see up there, it says tier 2. I can work the iron on that and make iron ingots, no problem. I even made an iron hammer, so I can work the items there. When I put the 10 ingot on there, it says it requires a tier 3 anvil, which would be iron. So I'm not really sure about that. I don't know if that's part of the mod issue or if it is something in the base game. I've never made anything out of a tin before. I've always made stuff out of, 10 bronze or bismuth bronze. So I've mixed the tin with something else to get, the end results. I've never done anything with tin, so I'm gonna have to test that. So I was going back in and looking through my bookmarks here at this, and you see here it says you need the metal wire tin, but if you click on it, there's no recipe for it that shows up in here. So maybe an oversight, not really sure. Maybe the metal wire is something that's going to be added on, but I wanted to test it. So I went into creative mode and I ported in another primitive electric generator so that I could test this using copper wire. I wanted to see if the copper wire would work, and you can see it does. It ends up with the result I'm looking for, which is the electric generator. So I wanted to show that. I'm going to take these back out of here, put that to there, go to here, and then we will, let's see, T arrow up. There we go. And, I wanted to go back into creative. Gosh darn it. 2 E, and then we're going to get rid of that thing. Okay. And then I'll go back into regular. I just wanted to show that there was a little bit of an issue there. I wasn't exactly sure what was causing it, but I wanted an opportunity to fix that before I moved on. And I just cleared the wrong one. Oh, yeah. All right. And you come with me also. Okay. So now we'll go over here and we will make our new generator and see if we can blow ourselves up. Like I said, I haven't played with this one at all. Not really sure what to expect from this. Went through and tried to read a little bit about it, and it doesn't say anything about it being blowy uppy, but it may be. And this may be something too that this thing may not work. Let's see. Turn on. So now we're going to test this down here, and all I've got with me right now is coal. So we're just going to put a couple pieces of coal down there. Let's see what this does. It looks like I've got to hook up mechanical power to it. Okay. So we're going to have to hook up mechanical power to this one. Pull that off of there. Pull that out. So let's set this thing down out here in the open and take a look at it. And yeah, so we're going to have to make some axles and hook that up. And the nice thing is, I mean, it's going to generate more electricity and we don't have to worry about it keeping water on it. So I think that's going to be worth it. And let's just kind of look and see how much flax I have for making sails. Not there. So there's 101 there. I mean, that's not bad. So let's see what that gets us. Yeah, not very good, but not bad either. I don't think I've got any other flax here. Nope. We might have some over here still. Yeah, 6. Not a whole lot. Well, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and keep this generator. I'm going to go ahead and make another one of those generators because looking at it, I think I've got almost all the parts I'll need for making that primitive generator again. And we'll get it back up there so that we can keep things kind of going. Go back here. So yeah, I think I just need to make a chute section. I've got several plates that I can convert over, so that's not a big deal. I've got the wire, I've got the screws, that's no big deal there. So yeah, this won't take a whole lot to do. So I'm going to work on that between episodes, but we do have our iron done. So we're in the iron age now, so we can start making some iron tools. Looking at what I've been able to accomplish over here as far as gaining items, I think we're going to be okay on zinc now. I think we finally solved that issue, so no concerns there. And so that's good. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on getting a primitive generator back up and running, and we'll start working next on getting the mechanical power hooked up to this so that we can generate a lot more electricity. All right, folks. Hey, thanks for joining me. This is Shino, and we'll catch you next time. Take care.